Okay, so I created this tutorial just for you, my Long Beach students, to walk you through the steps of creating a digital portfolio and especially bringing in your typeface book into that portfolio. Since it's multiple pages, how in the world do you do it? So let's just go through it step by step. Here is my sample personal essay. Here's my picture. Here's my wonderful placeholder text. I want to save this, or export it rather, as an EPS file. So I'm naming it Sample Personal Essay SAD and save. And I just want to do actually page 2 here and export. Okay, then I go to my sample digital portfolio that I've set up already, and I'm going to place that file now. So I do File, Place. Here's my SAD EPS that I just created. And there it is. So I want it to fit in about this area. Oh no, there's a problem. You see that? So it's a clear background. So what we need to do is go back and make the background white. Go to your rectangle tool, fill the background with white, and it's okay if you extend it past the trim, which is these the outer black line. That's your trim mark. So it doesn't matter, you don't have to line it up exactly because your EPS will automatically save this file to the black trim mark. So again, that's why I made this box a little bit larger, and I'm going to make the stroke none, and I want to fill it with white. And then of course send it to the back. So Object, Arrange, Send to Back. There we go. So save this and export it again. Export as EPS, save, and replace. Page 2, export. Then I go back to here. And I go back to, let's see, I look up my links. And here's a yellow triangle that warns me, oh, it's been modified. And then it tells me double click to update. Double click, there we go, it's already updated. Okay. I can center this on the page by using the smart guides, which are visible when you go to View, Grids and Guides, Smart Guides. Make sure that it's checked. So then I can move this around on the page, and when I see that pink line, I notice it's now centered horizontally and vertically. But I want to do my optical centering, so I'm going to move it up just a little bit. I want it to stand away from the page, so I'm going to add a drop shadow. We can either click on the effects, which we did in class, or we can be lazy and just click on the drop shadow box. And it automatically adds the default black, which is fine for this. Okay, so then let me close this links box and open up my pages. So I've already created all of my other pages. So here's my personal essay, my fake 9/11 poster, and let's add a drop shadow to that. See how it stands away, it looks a little bit nicer. And here are some options for a booklet. Okay, so I already placed these from a sample booklet. But actually, you know what? Maybe I'll take you back to that. Okay, so I'll show you how I did that. Ooh, I changed the color on this one. Okay, sorry. This is my first tutorial, so I'm sort of going to be fumbling a little bit. The thing you want to remember for your booklet is if you have any blank pages, you want to make sure that it has the white background, just like we did with the personal essay and the clown face. Remember we had the transparent background and it looked really funny when we placed it. So for your booklets, your font book, your typeface book, just make sure that you have a white background on any of your blank pages. Okay, so if your page looks white, but then you place it in your portfolio, it's going to look clear. So you just have to go back and add that little white box. And then I'm going to copy this, edit, copy, and go down to the next page, paste in place, send to back, deselect it, so I click so that it's no longer highlighted, go to the next page, paste in place again, send to back, deselect by just clicking anywhere off that object. And this also needs white. Paste in place, or just, well, it's going to paste it over here. So then we'll just scoot it over and send back. Okay, so now all of my white pages have white boxes behind them. We do an export, EPS, sample book pages. And this time I want to do all pages. And notice it will allow you to do spreads. So because I have a spread, I really want to show what the spread looks like together. So I'm going to click that too. And then say export. Don't worry about the warnings. Okay, then we go back to our sample digital portfolio. And let me just get rid of this. So file, place. And here are all the pages that we just created. Open. And then you want to make sure that when you place the images, don't place inside any shape. Otherwise it might fill up that shape with your picture. So I'm just going to paste it here on the side. And then with my selection tool, I'm going to select all of them. So all I have to do is draw a little box around the corner. And it's selected everything. And then to resize it, go to the corner. But make sure you hold down your keys on your keyboard before you start resizing. Otherwise, all you're going to be doing is cropping it, and you'll be pretty unhappy. So hold down your Command and Option and Shift, or if you're on a PC, then I believe it's Control Alt Shift, and then start dragging inward and let go. And I've just resized all of my pages at once. Here's my last page, and here's my cover. Okay, so then the choice would be now, or the decision, now how do I place this on here? So it doesn't look like a mess. So it's up to you how you want to organize your booklet. I'm using my Smart Guides, which shows me when things are all lined up. Notice the green little icons between the pages or between the spreads shows that now it's equally spaced out. Okay, and then here's my back cover. You can also overlap your pages. You don't have to show every single one in its entirety. You can overlap them like this if you wanted to. And then maybe add some drop shadows. So I'm selecting all of them. Click on my cheater box, drop shadow, and there we go. Something like that. So this just gives you a messy idea of what you can do. So you can either have your pages completely showing and nicely organized, something like that. Oh my, it's a mess. I think I just, yep, I just moved my picture inside my box. There we go. Some of you have done that by mistake, just like I did. You know, sometimes you grab the center area. So by clicking on that, you're actually moving the picture inside your box. And that's what will mess you up. So you just have to make sure that when you move things, try to stay away from that center area. There we go. So when you see the blue outline, then you can move an item. Okay. So anyway, I was saying that you can have it all organized like this. And once you do have everything placed, I would make sure that everything is centered on the page. So I select everything, I group it, and then I use my smart guides to tell me when it is centered on the page. And I might move it up a little bit so we have our optical center as opposed to the mechanical center. Okay, so this one shows everything laid out so I can see the entire spread. Or you can overlap some of the pages. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to organize it. Okay, so I've just thrown together this quick digital portfolio. It's pretty much a mess. Add some drop shadows to everything. One, two, three, drop shadow, drop shadow. Those have shadows already, shadow, good. So now we're ready again to save it as our PDF. So instead of exporting as an EPS, this time we'll export as a PDF. And I'm just going to do print just in case one day we do want to print it. Save. Smallest file size so that we can just view it on screen. We don't need to do anything larger, press quality or high quality, because we don't intend to print it. Actually, I'll just leave it here, smallest file size. And then I want to do all pages, of course. I don't need to do spreads right now, but I do want to view the PDF after exporting. That way I can check it if there's a problem. Export. Say OK to all the warnings that come up. You wait a couple seconds, and it appeared. So I have 7 pages, and my PDF is opening up in Acrobat. Yours may open up in a different program, but as long as you can view the different pages, you should be fine. And that's it. So I did see some problems back here with these placed images, I believe because I had missing links. So I would have to go back and fix those links. But in a quick, sort of stumbly nutshell, that's sort of how you do it. Again, to recap, just make sure that you place the white rectangle box on any of your blank pages or pages that have no color. And then make sure you export as an EPS. And then when you're finally ready to create the the compiled PDF of your whole digital portfolio, then you save that or export it as a PDF. I hope this made sense. I know it's confusing because I'm sort of confusing myself too, but I will also go over it on Tuesday. So if you want to show up to my class, I'm teaching the class from 4 to 6:45. Try to come at the beginning, and I will go over how to do this all over again. Thanks.